Today I'm ranking the most brutal deaths of all time from seeing a guy chew a piece of gum that exploded into his mouth, causing his lower face to just rip off, to seeing a decapitated snakehead bite a chef, and then unfortunately that chef passed away, bro. And by the way, these deaths only get more brutal throughout the video.
The gum exploded inside his mouth the moment he started chewing. You see, before chewing gum, he liked to dip it in citric acid to make it sour. But one night, he accidentally grabbed the wrong jar. Instead of citric acid, he coated his gum in an explosive chemical, and it instantly destroyed his jaw and lower face. His family heard the blast and ran to his room, but he was already dead.
Hello? Why do you casually have explosive chemicals in your room? Just like, why is it next to your citric acid? Yo, there's so many questions, bro. Bro, if this is the first brutal death, what is there more to come, bro? Yo, this was crazy. Finding that family member like that must have been absolutely traumatizing. Yeah, whole mouth gone, jaw gone, blood everywhere. Hell no.
He slid down the inside of the support pipe after climbing to the top of a water slide in the dark.
Okay.
But it was too narrow for his body to move, and he became trapped inside. He screamed for help until someone finally heard him. Rescuers worked for hours to take apart the slide and reach him, hoping he was alive. But the man had suffocated inside the pipe and died.
What? Are you serious? Wait, how?
The top of a water slide in the dark.
Wait, but like, obviously that's just, I'm be real. Yo, what does this guy think he's doing, bro? What does this dummy think he's doing? This is why things are closed for a reason, and you just don't enter, bro. Like, bro, but regardless of that, how did he die? There's a hole at the top. The area must have been like hella tight. Rescuers who spent hours trying to save him are true heroes, bro. Yeah, but like, bro, that guy, man, what's that doing, man? They're like, bro, you can't be trespassing. Having a phobia of narrow space is not a useless survival instinct. Yeah, claustrophobia is no joke. I thought claustrophobia was like getting near people, but that's like whatever. But like this type of like claustrophobia, like cave diving, bro, yo, them motherfuckers are psychopaths. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what's inside their head, bro, and how like they said, you know what, I'm gonna do this and get through these tight spaces, but you know what, you do you.
He found a shoe on the beach, picked it up, and realized there was a rotting foot still inside. And soon, dozens of other feet started appearing on the beach. Now, people thought it was a serial killer with some weird obsession, or a plane crash that somehow chopped off a bunch of feet. Others even thought it was the work of aliens. But when they tested the DNA, they linked it to people who had reportedly drowned. You see, bodies sink as they decompose, but the soles on sneakers float in water. So when the body breaks down and the feet detach from the ankles, the shoe floats them up before they wash up on the beaches.
And W loop. Yo, that's kind of disgusting, y'all. Yo, no, seriously, I thought all the things was Zack films. I thought there was some crazy murderer that is obsessed with feet or something serial killer. But like, yo, that's kind of crazy to see that like those people that drowned and this is how their feet ends up, bro. That's weird, bro. You didn't need to blur it, Zack. We've seen far worse on your channel. Yeah. Dexter got a feet fetish. That's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, who's this killer that's obsessed with feet, bro? I don't blame them.
He got in, and the barrel fell from 180 feet as the crowd watched. You see, the year before, he had performed a similar stunt over Niagara Falls and survived. So he set up a pool inside a massive stadium.
Okay. Buddy thinks this is Minecraft, bro. This is not Minecraft. This is real life. And yo, fun fact. Actually, no. Fact you should know is that jumping into water from a really like high height, yeah, actually it's like concrete. It's not like water in Minecraft where you just go straight through and you're okay. No, it's like concrete, bro. It actually hurts.
Fully convinced he could cheat death again. But as he landed, the barrel hit the side of the pool, and the impact crushed his chest, belly, and fractured his skull. Assistants had to cut him out before medics could reach him, but his injuries were too severe, and he died later that night.
That's so brutal, bro. 180 feet in the air, just bang! Just straight. And this is metal, bro. The fact that they had to like cut him open or cut the outside open with a saw, yeah. I know that joint hurt.
She suddenly collapsed during a first date, falling unconscious to the floor.
What?
Now, her date panicked, thinking she had just died in his house. But instead of calling for help, he decided to bury her in his backyard.
Do you know how dumb it is? So yeah, instead of calling for help, 911, which is, you know, I guess not a reasonable thing to do, we buried him inside our backyard. Who in the right mind think of someone's... What are you doing, bro? What? Bro, you know how bad this looks? Even with like context, because even if you say the context, you can't really prove it. You can't.
Days passed and her family filed her as missing, and police eventually searched his home and found the fresh grave. Her autopsy revealed that she had a diabetic episode, which sent her into a coma when she collapsed, but she wasn't dead at that point. They learned she actually died from suffocation in the grave. The man immediately confessed, but he was only charged with manslaughter.
Yo, buried, like, I said this in like 5 videos already. Being buried alive is my worst fear. Imagine that, bro. Hi, face. You're just right here. Just imagine you're in a box, right? Just imagine in a box, and that's it. You're gonna be there for hours. You can't move as much. You just suffer for what? Like 5 days until you're dead? Like, bro, hell no. I can't comprehend how much creativity it took for him to think of such a stupid idea. That's all I'm saying, bro. You little dumbass, bro. Bro used 0.5% of his brain. Like, as tragic as this is, that guy's the most stupidest guy ever. Yo, yo, this is crazy.
The man gulped down the energy drink on his way to a fishing trip, but soon he started to feel sick. He was rushed to the hospital, but the next day he stopped breathing.
What?
He was one of 12 people who died after buying drinks from vending machines. Each one had been poisoned with a deadly herbicide, leading to a painful death. In a panic, millions of stickers were used to warn people to check for tampering, but the poisoner was never caught.
Oh, that's so tragic, man. Yo, that person who did it is such an evil person. That's the most evilest thing to do, bro. Like, come on. After a long day of work, why you go to soda vending machine, grab whatever, and then the next thing you know, you're suffering with like crazy amounts of pain, and then you're gone. At the end of the day, all you wanted was just a cold, nice soda, bro. Nah, that's fucked up. That was actually fucked up. The boys not getting caught is terrifying. Yeah, that's pretty scary.
The girl took a Tylenol to help with a cold, but within hours, she was dead. Over the next few days, 6 more people in the area died the same way.
Yo, this container killing method is, yo, it's kind of scary, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this one is a brutal death, man. Brutal way, or like, it's just like a scary way to die.
The deaths triggered nationwide panic. Stores pulled Tylenol from shelves, and millions of bottles were recalled. Authorities launched a massive investigation and discovered the capsules had been laced with cyanide. The tragedy led to the invention of tamper-proof seals, but the poisoner was never caught.
Another poisoner, bro. Is that the same poisoner in the vending machine, bro? What is we doing? Like, yo, no, not gonna lie. Who has the idea and be like, I wake up, right? They wake up and be like, you know what? I'm gonna kill some people today in a mysterious way. The girl took a Tylenol to help with cold, but within hours, she was dead. Straight to the point, yep.
The Mortician stole the gold fillings, then stacked bodies on top of each other to save money on cremation. These remains got mixed together, which meant loved ones received the ashes of several different people. When a rival Mortician discovered this, he was shocked. He threatened to report it, but before he could, he died of a heart attack of just 24 years old.
That's some crazy time.
And investigators discovered that he had actually been poisoned. The first Mortician was arrested and charged, making it the first case in the US to list oleander as a murder weapon.
This is a murder weapon? Holy smokes, this is a whole plant. That's a murder weapon? The heart attack is straight out of Death Note. Yeah, bro, I was like, bro literally just died out of thin air. About to call the cops, right? Call the cops.
The elderly person is forced into a freezing cold bath, causing their temperature to drop dangerously. Next, they're made to drink massive amounts of coconut milk, which causes their organs to fail. And eventually, the person dies from the damage. Now, this is supposed to be done for sick family members, to put an end to their suffering. But some people will actually kill their elderly family just to get their hands on their money. And even Even though it's illegal, police sometimes turn a blind eye, causing many elders to live in fear.
Nah, freak the police, bro. I swear, our safety is low-key corrupt sometimes, man. Yo, that's freaked up. What the hell? I've heard this now as an Indian. Yeah, bro. Paragraph guy here. Yeah, y'all can look at that. That is insane. But jeez, bro, that's insane.
The terrifying creature devoured livestock and even preyed on women and children.
Hey.
The villagers hunted it down and killed it. And for some reason, they believed it was the mayor who had come back from the dead as a werewolf. They dressed the dead creature in a flesh-colored suit that looked like human skin and added a brown wig and a long white beard. To finish it off, they cut off its snout, replacing it with a mask that looked like the mayor. And just to be sure the creature was dead, they hanged it in a public trial.
Yo, what did that mayor do to do all that, man? Yo, what? Poor wolf, bro. The wolf was just trying to just do his thing, become an alpha wolf, killing whatever its prey. But now we just do this. Haitian in olden days was no joke. People go to any lengths to assassinate their bloodlust for someone. Yeah, I can't believe that, bro. That's insane. Villagers must have serious beef with that mayor. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder what the... Yo, what did he do? Like, what did he increase the tax or something?
The bodies of 9 hikers were found scattered across the snow on a mountain in Russia. Rescuers were sent to find them only to discover their tent had been cut open from the inside. Their bodies were found laying in the snow, and some were only dressed in their underwear. 2 bodies were missing eyes, and 1 was missing a tongue. They had fled the tent barefoot in sub-zero temperatures. 1 had a fractured skull, another had a twisted neck, and others showed signs of massive internal injuries. Though investigators ruled it as a natural event, like hypothermia.
Okay, let's continue the video because I have some crazy rant I'm about to do.
The bizarre details continue to fuel theories, some far darker than a natural event.
So yeah, investigators say, oh, you know what? It's hypothermia because of this? What are we doing? Someone's twisted neck. The cause of the twisted neck was hypothermia. All right, bro. Fractured skull was the cause of hypothermia. Like, even though if like you fall from standing, I don't think that should fracture your skull. Maybe since it's cold, but like, bro, ain't no way that's hypothermia doing that, bro. There is some sort of killer. I hate when a hypothermia twists my neck and fractures my skull. Not to mention when it steals my elbows. Exactly, word for word of what this guy said, bro. I swear, bro. Investigators be dumb. I don't know who these officials said and gave this outcome, bro. They gotta get fired. No eyes, no tongue, twisted neck. Yeah, probably hypothermia. That's
locals in East London noticed the water from their beloved pump tasted weird. Unbeknownst to them, there was a nearby cemetery, and the calcium from the human bones was seeping into the underground stream. What was once thought to be a source of health had become a deadly concoction. Hundreds died in what came to be called the Pump of Death. Even today, the pump stands as a landmark, its wolf-headed spout a haunting symbol of the horror it once unleashed.
Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah, bro. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Imagine just drinking some water and yeah, you're dead. You're dead. Nah, that's a brutal death right there.
He tied a wire from his clock to a shelf above his bed and placed a heavy stone right on top. And when the alarm rang, the wire would yank the shelf, sending the stone crashing to the floor. You see, his job was to wake up before dawn to extinguish the streetlights. So he created this alarm clock to wake him up on time. But one night, he moved the bed and forgot to move it back before going to sleep. The next morning, when the alarm went off, the stone dropped straight onto his head, killing him instantly.
Nah, that's... Yo, poor bro, man. Man was just trying to just do his thing, extinguish morning lights, and bam! This is... Oh my gosh. I never understood why people put shelves above their bed. Yeah, that, but like, I'm gonna guess this is like hella old. Wait. If he had an alarm in the first place, why the hell did he use a rock to wake him up? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Some of these are the most brutal deaths, right? But some of these are the most stupidest deaths. I'm gonna be real. This is natural selection, y'all. This is natural selection. The design is very human, bro. Actually.
He clutched his chest as they rounded the last turn, struggling to breathe. But he didn't stop. His horse kept charging down the track, galloping past the others, and crossed the finish line in first place. But when they came to congratulate him, they found him dead. You see, he actually had a massive heart attack and died during the race. But because he never fell off, the win still counted, and he became the only jockey in history to win a race after he died.
Yo, I'm sorry for laughing, but like, yo. Hey, he did a proud death, bruh. Nah, that's low-key like aura, but like, yo, that's unfortunate aura, bruh. That's kind of like, I don't even know what to say. He really won, but at what cost? You know what I mean? Bro, even after death, I'm the hero, bro.
A chef in China chopped off the head of a snake as he was preparing a dish. But as he reached down to throw the head away, nerves inside the snake suddenly fired. The severed head snapped forward and bit his hand, sinking its fangs deep into his skin. The bite delivered a full dose of venom,
Even after death? What?
directly into his bloodstream, and the chef collapsed, dying shortly after.
Yo, that's some crazy stuff, man. The snake took revenge, best served cold, way too literally, bro. If I'm going down, I'm taking it with me. Snake. Yeah, now that's actually crazy, bro. That's the scary part of a bitten by a severed head. Injected a full dose of venom because the muscular nerves to the limit how much the venom should be injected. So wait, so in snake's final moments, the brain would be like, why would I hold back when I'm dead either way? Nah, that's scary. That's actually scary. Holy smokes. Full injection of venom. And you know that snake venom ain't no joke.
They put a tack on her chair as a joke, and when she sat down, it pierced her skin.
Low-key, I felt that.
She let out a yell before laughing at the prank. But a few days later, she began to feel sick. You see, the tack actually had bacteria on it, which entered her bloodstream through the wound. The infection quickly spread, causing severe blood poisoning. Doctors did everything they could, but unfortunately, she didn't make it.
Doesn't everything have bacteria on it though? I mean, there's probably more to it, like some sort of like specific bacteria, but bro, are you serious? What kind of prank is this? Yo, bro, it's that one funny meme they be saying. The prank, bro, it's just a prank, and then the prank. Yo, don't tell me I'm gonna see that in the comment section, bro. This one's actually said the fact she slapped makes it look like the person who put the tack on the chair was her friend. Can you imagine how they felt afterwards? Yeah, now this was crazy. I don't know how, bro.
He fell and his shirt got caught in the escalator's moving steps. As it continued, it pulled him along, causing the fabric to wrap tightly around his neck.
Oh no.
And this caused his throat to close, cutting off his air supply. He struggled to take the shirt off, but the force of the escalator kept tightening it. And by the time help arrived, he was unconscious. Rescuers freed him and rushed him to the hospital, but it was too late.
You know, I think I had enough of these brutal deaths of all time. If you want to see guys, well, I can't even speak, bro, because this was crazy. If you guys want to see more content like this, please the video here.